welcome back to Watches TV. We're here at Roger Dubuis' headquarters in Meyrin. I'm with Antoine Hastoy.
Hi, hello, yes, all right.
From the product team.
Hello, hi everyone.
Thank you for having us in your beautiful offices and manufacturing.
You're welcome.
I'd love to ask you a few questions about your heritage new product, the 30th anniversary launch that you presented last year.
Sure. We're talking about the Excalibur Biretrograde calendar, which is indeed, when you say heritage, it's because it's strongly inspired from what was done at the very beginning of the Maison, done by Roger himself, when he was actually, before founding the Maison, a watchmaker, independent watchmaker. And he created a system that's called retrograde. He improved it with a friend of his, Jean-Marc Vidrecht, and he registered a patent on the system. And throughout the years, he developed several iterations up to a biretrograde. So you would have retrograde at 3 and 9 o'clock. And that was when the Maison was founded in 1995, the very first pieces that were released had this kind of display integrated into their mechanism. So what we did last year for the 30th anniversary is using the same principle and actually the same conception in this mechanism in a new release that's really inspired from the past but brought in today's world with, and we'll see throughout the way, a very distinctive design, very expressive design that we have brought to today's standards and figures and drawings and look.
You have, I mean, as an echo to the heritage of the brand, and Roger Dubuis is famous for using mother of pearl, you've got also a different group of textures that you can find in the watch design.
Correctly, exactly, and that echoes to also what was done at the beginning. And so we talked about the Biretrograde, which is the display and the mechanics, and on top of the mechanics, we have used some of the codes, signature codes that we used to have. For example, you mentioned mother of pearl, and that's precisely one of them in association with pink gold. And both for, let's say, bigger sized timepieces at the time, now we're talking beginning of the 2000, was quite new in the industry. So we took those two elements, mother of pearl and pink gold, and yet also brought something that is very important for us in terms of design and expressivity, and this is what we call spatial composition. It means we use all the volume that is available into a timepiece, which is rather small, but still, to create something that has several layers, several dimensions. So whenever you look at the dial, and actually on this one we have 8 different layers, there are a lot of things happening using the materials and also the decorations. Decorations is basically used on the calibers when they're certified by the Poinçon Genève. One of the identity of the watchmaking done in Geneva is also its aesthetics. So it's very important for us because the timepiece is certified by the Poinçon Genève, and we brought this savoir-faire onto the face of the watch. So we're using the materials, the decoration, beveling, sun brushing, circular brushing, and this, all in all, with the volumes, give the richness of the piece, of the look of the piece. So whenever you look at a Roger Dubuis timepiece, and especially this one, you look at it once and then you start diving into it. So you can wear it 6 months, day in, day out. The last day of the 6 months, you'll still be discovering a few things here and there, and that's the attention to details we bring into our timepieces.
I think there's also a very striking attention to the font, which when you look at the watch is just, I mean, it's stunning. You melt into it, truly.
Definitely, and it's part of the aesthetics and the overall design. We used the same font that we had back in the days, and back in the days already it was very special because these are disproportionate letters going on the ecliptic counters of the Biretrograde, so it starts very big, then very small, then again very big. It's very, in a way, modern as a font, but the way we use it, because there are a lot of different dots and different elements, also adds to the expressivity again of what we do. So font plus materials, plus decoration, plus volumes, on and on and on. These are all the layers that add value to the piece in the end.
And on a very symmetric piece, you still have indicators that move into two different.
Yes, the two retrogrades.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One is going down, the other one is going up. You can look at it that way, or you can do a little exercise with the brain and figure out that they're both rotating clockwise. But because they're split to 3 and 9 o'clock, it feels like they're going in different ways. And also because the information goes from bottom to top for the days and top to bottom for the date. And it gives something that we call the Biretrograde choreography. It's like a dance on the face of the watch that you can see every day. And if you want to see it quicker, you can still use the pushers to push and make the day and date advance, and you'll see how the retrograde swing back into position. And that's a specificity of the piece. It's really what was invented in the day and what gives, something that is moving like a living piece.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because knowing the brand a little bit, I thought it was a reference to an automotive design where you'd see indicators
true.
move
Yes.
into different directions. But I think it just adds to the balance of the symmetry by breaking it slightly.
Exactly. It's a weird symmetry because you said it looks like it's not symmetric, but it's in terms of design, when we think about the design team in our maison, for them, on every single timepiece, symmetry is super important. Sometimes it's around an axis usually. Sometimes it's 12 to 6, sometimes it's 1 to 7, it changes, but the symmetry around this axis is super important. And on this one, actually, you can see that there's a small second counter at 6 o'clock, and to balance it in terms of design, we have put some details that are written at 12. It's the calendar Biretrograde, and then the Poinçon de Genève also is featured up there. And that's about the symmetry when you look at it from 3 to 9. So indeed, symmetry is super important in the composition of the timepiece in terms of aesthetics.
And I know you've released a pièce unique for Dubai Watch Week in platinum. Is this something that we can expect more of or hope for?
Well, we have celebrated our 30th anniversary last year. Indeed, we created the Biretrograde Perpetual calendar in platinum in an homage case. We were very happy and proud to pay our tribute to Roger with this piece for the anniversary. Now, as far as what's coming, we'll have to meet again in a few weeks at Watches and Wonders.
We cannot wait to discover everything that you've got to show.
Well, we'll be happy to present it to you.
So Roger Dubuis is also very, very well known for its Poinçon de Genève, the respect of the Poinçon de Genève, and talking about it quite extensively. You have an in-house manufacturer based in Geneva, in Meyrin.
Exactly.
But I understand that it's quite tricky to qualify for Poinçon de Genève.
It has indeed. Well, as you said, we are an integrated manufacturer. Actually, most of what's happening in Meyrin is like 2 or 1 story below us right now. And when you talk about the Poinçon de Genève, it has evolved. For its 125th anniversary, they introduced new criteria. So now you have not only aesthetics criteria, but also chronometry and also conception. And indeed, it really reflects the spirit of Geneva fine watchmaking. So it's really important for us, respecting the philosophy of Roger, being high watchmaking done in Geneva, to be certified by the Poinçon de Genève. And to meet those criteria, actually the manufacturer we're right now in helps us a lot because we master all the crafts, the métier that are required in-house to create a watch, actually, that is certified by the Poinçon de Genève. And talking about the piece we are reviewing today, the Excalibur Biretrograde calendar, it is also certified by the Poinçon de Genève. And it means that if we consider only decoration, aesthetics, design, every single component of the caliber is finished at some point by hand. So we have different finishing or decoration techniques that are here to enhance all the components, even the one you won't see, specifically hidden under the dial. And we have 14 different decoration techniques that are applied on those components. When I say decoration techniques, I think beveling is one, frosting is another, burnishing is a third one, perlage. All these are done in the workshop here by people like Philippe, Raissa, Isabelle. They are the masters with their hands, able to decorate the calibers in order to meet the criteria. And it really helps us belonging to this close circle of people who are certified by the Poinçon de Genève.
Why do you think it's so important for the brand to seek excellence to this degree?
No, it's a very good question. It's out of respect for Monsieur Dubuis, our founder, because when he started his apprenticeship in Geneva to become a watchmaker, his dream, he was he studied at the Geneva Watchmaking School, and this is where he discovered this world of Geneva high watchmaking with all the history that is implying how it's done today. Think about the goldsmith that wouldn't work on jewels for several reasons and turned into watches, and this is how we had decorated watches. And this is one of the signs, one of the signature of the Geneva fine watchmaking. So when he founded the company in '95, from day one he said, okay, our pieces are going to be certified by the Poinçon de Genève. And now, 30 years after, 31 years after, out of respect to him and also as a tribute, and also because of the level of excellence we want to achieve and offer to the people that are looking at our pieces, we ought to be certified by the Poinçon de Genève.
Oh, well, it's beautiful to see a brand with such great heritage and with such respect for its heritage. I understand that the new release was also made in conversation with the family.
Exactly, yeah. We discussed with the daughter, Anne, we talked to her, and also everything at each step, we asked her, okay, do you think we're correct? Do we respect what was done? And it was very emotional, actually, for her as well, and on our side also. One person who Monsieur Dubuis, who really created and founded it, gave us this spirit, this philosophy, and we have to maintain it. We're here to transmit this heritage to the people coming. So this is what we're trying to do.
It's undeniable that Roger Dubuis is a house of haute horlogerie, and we are so much looking forward to discover what you have to show during Watches and Wonders.
Thank you, you'll be welcome.
On a booth that I believe is going to be a stunning design to present.
As we do.
Products
Yes.
that are probably very memorable. So thank you so much for staying tuned, and viva watchmaking.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.